Hey guys, so I had a request from a subscriber to do my skincare video. Now this is my first live video where I'm actually showing my face and talking and everything, so please bear with me. But I by no means have the best skin. I have very oily skin in my T-zone. I have very large pores underneath my eyes, you know, right in this area along my nose. Some large pores around my chin, but they're a little bit smaller than in this area, and then large pores right here, my forehead. Now, I've researched a lot of things on oily skin, what would be the best thing for me to use, and then I came along Juicy Star 07's video about the Clinique 3-step skincare system. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and try that, because a lot of things that I've been using, Noxzema, different facial toners and everything, they just really haven't been working. And since I do work in the food service industry, I'm around a lot of oil and greases and stuff that tend to clog my pores even more. So I really needed something that was going to create a barrier there to shrink my pores and, you know, just help me with the oiliness that I have. Now, I don't have here, but my blotting sheets that I usually take to work with me work really, really well. If you have oily skin and you don't have time to touch up your makeup throughout the day, I really recommend on getting some oil blotting sheets, because they're going to absorb that oil to where you don't have to keep caking on powder, you know. So the first thing that I use is the Clinique facial soap, and I use this, you know, I just have it sitting in my shower. You are technically supposed to use this twice a day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just remembers, you know, it's just whenever I remember. But I definitely do use it every time I take a shower, you know, every day. So, that's the liquid facial soap that I use. And then, you know, when I get out of the shower, the next thing that I use is the clarifying lotion. Now, what this is it's, you know, just liquid base, as you can tell. It's actually a toner. I know that they call it clarifying lotion, but it's a toner. And that just, you know, further cleans your skin, unclogs your pores and everything, and just gets it ready for your moisturizer. And then this is Clinique's most popular product as far as skincare goes. This is the moisturizing gel. Now, they have two different kinds, one for oily skin and one for dry skin. The gel is probably what they're going to give you if you have very oily skin. This, I mean, let me show you. I use like this much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use that bad finger, but this is about how much I use. And this does my whole face, my whole neck, everything. You do not need a lot of product with this. A little goes a long, long way. And it really makes my skin feel completely different. I did go to Clinique, and you know, they have like various different things that they ask you before they tell you what 3-step skincare system that they're going to give you. So this is the one that they gave me. She first tested out on my hand, and I clearly saw the difference in how smoother my hand was. So as I started using this on my face, you know, us as women, we always point out, you know, the flaws in ourselves. So I was like, well, I really don't think that this is working. Every once in a while I'm still getting blemishes, and my fiance's like, no babe, that really is working. Your skin looks a lot smoother. You don't have as many blemishes as you had before and everything. So I was like, well, if other people can kind of tell that it's working, then that's great. And then about once a week, I use the Helen, whatever you want to say, mint julep mask that I got from Sally's. It was like $5.29, and this really helps. It's a mask that you just put on, you wait for it to dry, and then you're going to wipe it off with a warm cloth. It says helps dry up acne, pimples, reduces blackheads, and shrink pores. The shrinking pores is what I got it for because I hate my pores in this area. I feel like it just soaks up so much foundation and looks cakey, and even when I take pictures you can still see my pores, and it's horrible. You know, and I think I'm the only one in my family with oily skin. My mom doesn't have oily skin. My sister, like, never gets pimples. And, you know, I'm 24 years old now, and I'm still getting pimples. It's ridiculous. So, you know, I use this once a week. Like I said, you can use it as often as you want. I only find time to do it once a week because I work a, you know, 55-hour-a-week job, and I don't have time for it. So, but this really has helped my skin. I like the feel of the mint on my face as, you know, it tingles and stuff. That's how I feel, you know, growing up with a mother who is from the 80s. You know, that my mom grew up in the 80s. She's like pushing Noxzema on me. And anybody who has a mom that's, you know, that young, in their 40s or 50s, they know their mom used Noxzema when they were younger. So my mom, you know, pushed Noxzema on me. So that's what I was used to, was feeling that tingling sensation on my face. So when I would find stuff to clean my face, that's what I wanted to feel. So as I've gotten older, I've realized, you know, not everything has to make your face feel tingly in order to work. And that's the good thing about the Clinique, you know, 3-step skincare system is, you know, I love that skincare line, and it really has helped. But on the other hand, this is a deep mask that I can use once a week. So with those things, combined with the most popular Biore pore strips right in my nose, because I tend to get a lot of blackheads in here and in here because of, you know, the amount of makeup that I wear, being around a lot of oils and stuff at work. Those have really helped too. So with all that together, I do have a more clear complexion than I used to have. It's still getting better because I haven't been using these for 7-8 months, you know. I've, you know, only been using them for about 3 months. So they really have gotten, my pores have gotten a lot better and everything. So if there's anything else that y'all want to see, you know, today I used the Sigma Smoky Eyes kit that I received from Dolce Candy 87's contest. So if y'all want to see this look, you know, just let me know. I don't have the best lighting. I don't have the best camera. I'm still trying to work on those things. But if there's anything that y'all want to see, just let me know. Thanks.